Hello and welcome to the second episode of How Not to Become a YouTube Creator. Because the first episode went so well that my really humble system crashed totally just because I wanted to create a cute picture of a cute little kitten eating a frog. Um, I without planning it, because remember from the first episode, don't plan stuff, never plan stuff, don't write a script. Without planning it, I had the perfect ending because there is no ending of my first episode. It's just like, and and that's the end. No, hey, thank you for watching. Don't forget to click here and blah, blah, blah. And, so none of that. So that was a perfect ending because it was so perfect. And oh my God, I'm gonna get so canceled and so banned from YouTube after 20 years. Um, so this is episode 2, right? Obviously, because it is episode 2. Oh my God, I'm out of gin. So there are two reasons, also why there was a break, right? Hmm. I'm gonna have to fetch some 4-second gin and tonic. So I thought I ran out of facts, but I didn't. So I have cigarettes. Um, I had a quick FaceTime call with my best friend ever, and he looked at me and he said, "Man, oh my God, it's like why? Okay, very important for you guys. Don't use the Insta360 gimbal because it's just gonna do whatever it wants. Okay, so don't do it. No, don't do it. Oh, this is fantastic. This is just great. All right. Oh my God. I'm not gonna edit it. No, I'm not. Okay. Remember the broom? So we have a broom. So I had a FaceTime call with my friend. Totally unrelated. Don't forget to smoke. Topic. And he said, and I have to somehow translate that into English. He said, du siehst aus wie ein Penner, der auf der Parkbank aufgewacht ist und von Tauben wachgeschissen wurde. So to translate that in contemporary English, you look like a homeless guy who slept on a park bench and just got woken up by pigeons shitting on his face. So I thought that's a great comment. So I had absolutely start the second episode and say, yeah, this is fantastic. Obviously, I'm doing everything right. I have cigarettes. I'm gonna refill my alcoholic beverage. I have a broomstick in the background. I have totally inappropriate tech equipment, stuff that is completely useless and doesn't work. And so that's the way you do it. And here we come to the very anticipated part of the second episode where the host goes away and just does something and comes back and everybody is like, what the fuck is going on? Why am I watching at an empty screen with a broomstick in the background and a ugly, no brand, no fancy racing gamer chair? So let's do that now. And that's 4 seconds. Oh, Jesus. So the thing I uploaded the first episode. I didn't get any copyright infringement messages from the tube. So that's cool, I guess. All right. Here we go. 4 seconds. Perfect. No eyes. You can do eyes. I'm not going to judge you. Um, but that's just, that's the good stuff. I know. I don't want to read it. Yeah, you can buy gin for $500 a bottle or more, and it's the best, and it's handmade by virgins in the new moon and whatever. Okay. I like this one. And the other. So I like kind of 2 or 3 ones. So yeah. So obviously, as not intended, but intended, the first episode was a total mess. We had a breakdown um, of the hardware. We had, and we will never have a script. We had, yeah, in so many ways it was perfect. I was absent. System crashed. We watched Kittens. I don't want to watch Kittens now because have reached my watching kitten limits. Um, so I'm not gonna do it. And I have no idea, as I have no script, I have no idea. Like, so now we move to the next topic, and then I would switch to camera one, and boom, and I could show you something. So just imagine I'm doing that. I'm showing you my desktop and some fancy shit that I don't have, or I can talk to my one of my AI models that I installed locally on my iPhone, or we could do some silly stuff like start mopping the floor, but no, not in the mood for that also. But the friend that I talked about with the pigeon thing, he is brilliant. He is really great. He's a great guy. I went to school with him. There were some great guys in school, but he was really, well, he still is my best friend. And years ago, we had a great idea for a YouTube channel actually. Back then, I was, in another mindset. Yeah, I want to be, you know, successful with doing stuff and all of that, but I didn't. I had one, and if you guys want to check it out, because I don't think I deleted it. I did a video more like a curiosity. I think it was the iPhone 4, and I made a review, and it was like between hours, like 65,000 people watched it, and I was flooded with emails and notifications and comments and stuff. And by the time when I made that video, I had 2 cats living with me. Didn't I mention that I love cats? And a girlfriend, but who cares? So I was smoking, and in the background, one of my cats, Bidiga, that was her name, translated as cheaper. She was like crying because she wants attention. She always wants to sit on my lap and all of that. And so I had comments. So, oh guy, man, you're smoking. You cannot do that, and especially not while you have babies or toddlers in the house, and you should be ashamed and all that. Obviously, I didn't. Not back then, not today, and didn't comment or wrote back anything on that because, like, fuck you. Um, of course, I wouldn't smoke if I had toddlers with me. But it was fun. But it was so, what's the word? So stressful back then. And we're talking about, I don't even know, like 15 years ago or whatever, where content creators or YouTube creators wasn't even a thing. There was no platform, there were no managers and no product placement schemes, and there was none of that. So I think the second day, and then it was like 70,000 views or whatever. And I got emails like, oh yeah, do a voiceover for us, and can we hire you and whatever. And I just shut down because I'm coming from, so my generation, and how I was instructed and educated in all of this. So my first Mac experience was actually in 1984, little boy in an exposition in my hometown, small town, and I was so captivated, fascinated. I played around the whole day. My brother, too. So we kind of, so I went back every day to this exposition, and there was like a lot of bunch of machines and computers, and there was one Mac, and I was like occupying the Mac where the Mac was, and then I knew I need a computer, and I was like 11. I said, Dad, I want a computer. What is a computer? Back in the day. Anyway, so eventually we got one. My father gave in. My brother had a great project where he took the Commodore C64 and installed it inside a suitcase, like, this kind of leather suitcase that back in the day, like fancy executives used to go to work or to carry very important documents in it. And so he built a laptop that was fantastic. And the not fantastic part that he broke it too, because my brother always liked to, he had the curiosity. So anything you gave him, he would open up, eventually break it, but he would learn. He would open up, and he had to look at the circuit boards and the wiring and all of that. Yeah. So now I lost my train of thought because I wanted to tell you something about my best friend who made the pigeon comment, and now I forgot because I went down. Okay, remember 17th, 18th century? You just passed Cap Horn, first dawn of light of the storm, and I lost my train of thought. But that's absolutely perfect because that's why we're here. Because you want to learn how to not become a YouTube creator, so you don't have a train of thought, you don't have a script, you don't know what you're talking about, and you just do it, or you don't. So cat videos, no more. There are some other kind of videos that I may want to watch right now, but I really can't because I would run into serious problems with the platform if I start watching that. No, it's not what you think. Come on. Come on. Come on. You have a dirty mind. No, it's not that. But it's something. And then right now, so what is not popular? What is popular is always kittens, babies, and if you have like cuts and this, and oh, this is the new i7 572, and these are the specs, blah blah blah, and don't forget to subscribe and the blah, okay. So we're not gonna do that. So this is popular, and then we have the kind of videos where it's just like literally AI voice commenting on some stuff, and the title is something like catfishing you, the 10 things to know about whatever, and then you watch that, and then at the end, so what the fuck? So you could have told me in a second, and I have to sit through 15 minutes of that. So we also not gonna do that. Because it works. I mean, it's so stupid, be happy, but it works. Wake up, obviously, we don't want to do anything that works. So what I have in my mind today, and then you have here and then you're confronted with and drinking some local shit, is local politics. But it was
And
it
local
was never
politics
something
here
that really
became so
affected my
crazy.
life.
So first of all, I live
And
here
it's
for
not right
over
now,
20
but it
years.
may,
Never got involved in
because we
anything.
have really
I
crazy
don't
things
have any
happen. And
opinion.
the
I don't
country I
think
live
that
in
my
is
opinion matters.
like famous in the world
Nobody should care about
for
my opinion.
craziness, right? So it's always
And
like some
I
crazy
would
stuff.
just, you know,
Um,
like live your
I
life,
don't
pay
even
your
know
taxes,
how
buy
a
your
couple of
food,
weeks
eat your
ago
food, go.
it came to my attention that there is a local election going on for mayor of the city I live. And I don't know who that there was even a mayor, because that city here is like, what? There's somebody that is in charge? That makes no sense, because everything is just fucked up and chaotic and everything. Anyway, so it caught my attention. I started to read a little bit and watch some clips. And then I got aware, oh, there are debates. The candidates present themselves and they're debating stuff. I never watched debates for decades because, you know, from my point of view, it's all bullshit scripted, and, you know, it's not a real debate. They know the questions and the answers beforehand and all of that. So why bother wasting time? It's just a show. And I started watching the first one, and it was actually entertaining. But it was only entertaining because one guy really. So I'm not supporting, encouraging anybody. I'm not pro or contra anybody. I'm just, you know, talking shit because I want you to stop watching me. Um, so one guy, he's really different. And just from an entertaining point of view, he's really different. And he started to use techniques that I have to, you know, I have a shitty education and all of that. Um, but what he did in a way reminded me of some stuff that I read back in the day when I was like without a beard and really young, from Arthur Schopenhauer or Schopenhauer. That forget the name, German philosopher. Um, and he wrote some interesting stuff, and he wrote about some techniques that one should or can use in debates or in, you know, arguing with other people. So that caught my attention, and he managed to make the opponents so angry that they fell off script. They literally live TV, they fell off script. People started yelling. It went so far that one attacked him with a chair on live TV. You know, he put a chair. This is an old man, like almost 70-year-old man. He took a chair and ran over in and smashed the chair on his head, and then they cut the live stream, the program, and then there was an interruption, and they were not prepared for that, and then there was like a classic orchestra playing some silly music, whatever. Um, and just from the entertainment value point of view, it was just like, okay, I'm gonna keep watching these things, because like every 2 or 3 days there's a debate on some other channel or online or whatever. So this went on, and this kept me to, or brought me to, dive a little bit deeper on the local politics, and also obviously on the history of the city and the country and everything. And I, okay, this might be, I might have to start another channel which with another title, because there is a lot of things going on here, and a lot of things that are deeply, deeply rooted in history. So one group that caught my attention in a positive way, was MBL. Um, so shout out to Hena and Arturo Duval. Um, so these are two guys that, and Kim, third guy. I'm talking shit. Who founded a movement back in the day. They were students, I think it was 2013 or 2014, that led, this is just the short version, that led to the fall down of the then president here in this country. And that movement went on after that, and now they're forming, or they're about, or they're already, or just have formed a political party, and they're very active online, and they're kind of liberal, right? So they are not, they might be right on the right here, I don't know. For me, they're just liberal, like making sense people. Um, and I started to educate myself, like, you know, listening to all kind of different things, watching documentaries about history of the country and the city and the people and all of that. Yeah. So that was kind of entertaining. So hold on, I'm talking about politics. So maybe I should bring some religion. What gets me canceled? What can I say? I don't know. Um, so don't do anything that I'm doing now. Okay. So don't do. One thing you should do, don't forget the broomstick in the back. It's not even a broomstick, it's a mop stick, but that's important detail. So that got me, and always lose your train of thought, because be incoherent, be inconsistent, be irrational, right? So my friend, after the comment with the pigeons, I said to him, that he asked me what I'm doing, and I said, yeah, I'm trying to save millions of people from becoming a YouTube creator. And he said, yeah, that's the right thing. Why don't you go into politics? You know, obviously he meant it as a joke. But I said, yeah, I should totally do that. I'm an immigrant, and I have no rights apart from paying taxes and shit. So why don't mess with local politics? I will be so popular, and nobody will tell me to go home. You know, it's just fantastic. So, but anyway, so that is interesting. And if you figure out what I'm talking about and where I live, more or less, you should totally. I mean, we have on YouTube like translation stuff. You should start watching some of these things, because these videos, because I don't know of any other country where any political debate ever was like these. It's so insane. And it's so entertaining. And you literally watching there and say, okay, it can't be, like, no, they're not gonna fall for it again. Like 3 days ago, he attacked him, but this time he's gonna be quiet, and he's gonna, because his people and advisors would have told him that, it was not good, don't do that again, and he's gonna do it again. That's fantastic, because the other guy is just really good at provoking. Yeah. Anyways, so this was the I don't know what I'm talking about local politics, which I should not, because it's not my business, and also I don't care. Part. Did I mention that the best licorice in the world is actually from Germany, and it's called Katjeskinder? You should always have one of these, only if you're trained to do so, and put it in your mouth. And then before you start chewing, let it in like a minute or so, so the thing takes the temperature of your body, becomes like a little bit, not soft, but a little bit softer. And the first, what's the word in English? So it starts dissolving, and the first particles, while it's dissolving, it create a licorice taste in your mouth, which is not sweet, it's not too bitter, it's just right. And then you combine that with a good dose of 4 seconds gin and tonic, and you have a sip. And you let it, like, really, before you swallow it, you it makes one turn in your mouth, and then you swallow it, and then you put one of these cigarettes in your mouth. It's always the first puff that is the best. So you can just, put it off. It doesn't matter. It's the first puff that is the best. That explosion that happens induced by the nicotine in your brain cells, the neurons that are able to communicate faster because of the receptors becoming, boom. That's fantastic. And the best thing is you have to be aware. So don't smoke, don't drink, right? Don't do that. It's not good for you. It's good for me, right? So don't drink my stuff and don't smoke my stuff, all right? That would be annoying. So in the first episode, we did the tech section with the tablets, with the Kindle, with the Stuka. I could do another tech section now, but then you would have expected that. So I'm not going to do it. So very important, how to not become a YouTube creator. Don't do anything expected. Don't do what people expect from you. So I did a tech review. I'm not going to do a tech review. But then you might have expected that because I said that in the first episode, and you might expect that I don't do a tech review, but then I do one. But I won't. Especially that because we also learned that the tech is so unreliable. So my computer crashed. Not crashed, but like froze because kittens and frogs, right? And my camera, I'm not gonna, did I say already the brand? I'm not gonna say it. I don't want to say it again because it was like, oh, that's the best. And it just started to do whatever he wants or whatever it wants. So, no. Oh, let's review that. So that's a flashlight. It makes light. You can turn it on and you can turn it off. But you can also focus light it, and now it makes SOS. Yes, it does. 3 long, 3 short, 3 long. So if you're ever lost in the wild, in the woods, in the mountains, and you have this, and you activate the SOS function, and there will be a millennial walking by who has no clue what SOS means or what the light pattern means. Okay, so the Gen Z guy with his blue hair girlfriend, they would walk. You are at the mountain, a bear. You hiding behind a tree, and there's a bear, and the bear comes, and you just walk around the tree, and the bear tries to charge at you, but the only thing that saves you is the tree. And you have to keep walking because the bear always follows you, but you have your flashlight, right? And you do SOS. And a couple of 100 meters or a mile away, there's a Gen Z couple walking, but YouTubing with how you call that? A selfie stick, live streaming themselves while they walk through the woods with designer clothes and Louis Vuitton bags. And they see your flashlight, your SOS. And the conversation between both of them was like, oh, we should call the cops. So why? What's going on? I said, see that guy? He's trying to interrupt our live stream with his flashlight. And then she would say, oh yeah, you're right. Let's call the police. No, do they use police, Gen Z? I don't know the word. Let's call law enforcement. Because they were so annoyed that, you have a light pattern. Who do you think? Oh, let's go there and let's confront him. All live streaming, so they walk over there. You are still running around the tree, the bear rah, 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 charging you. So they come. Luckily for you, this saved you, right? It did. SOS saved you. Because the Gen come over, the bear obviously is distracted, sees the 19-year-old couple live stream themselves, charge them, eats them alive. Well, you can totally safely walk away from the scene and go back home to your RAM. What is it? 1,500, 2,500, turn on the music and drive home. So, a lifesaver. Get one of these. I have no idea what the brand is. It's a flashlight. It would save your life one day. Okay? Oh, that was kind of a tech review, right? Not really a good one, but an important one because flashlights saves lives. So back in the day of the iPhone 4 review, Siri. No, it was not. Was it called Siri already? Yeah, yeah. So I was one of the first. Shut up, Siri. I was one of the first who reviewed the iPhone 4 and the Siri stuff, and that's why it got so many hits and blah blah blah. And the funny thing is, I started doing that because I wanted to do that because I'm also an IT guy, and I wanted to share knowledge and experiences and all of that. But the success of that video put me off, and I decided I'm not gonna do it again. And I think I was like at least 10 years. I gave my YouTube, not like don't didn't give it away, but I gave my credentials to a friend, and he used it and he loved it. And I didn't use YouTube for 10 years, I think. Yeah. So now I'm back for whatever reason. One reason is that there are not enough cat videos. So guys, buy cats, procreate, do more cats, do everything because you searching for cat videos, 80-90% chance I already seen it. Even if it's from 2024, probably it's a 100 times reproduced clip of 10 years ago, 20 years ago. So I'm out of content. So I started to create my own cat videos, but I don't have a cat right now because I can. I live alone. I'm poor. I cannot afford to have a cat. But I can afford to create my own cat videos. But what happens then that my computer shuts down because the GPU is overheating. So it's really a problem. So if you want to help me, don't get me a cat. No, give me a cat. Oh my God. I swear, one day I had a girlfriend not a long time ago, and somehow she knew that I was passionate about cats, and she wanted she was already at the cat buying place and calling me and, oh, what do you think about her and her like 6 weeks old kitten? I said, no, I can't. I want to, but I can't. I really can't. It's irresponsible right now. What else? So we had tag. All the things you don't forget the broomstick. Not to do. Also, a good thing when you smoke, right? And you have people complaining, just do this. I said, shut the fuck up, right? Because it's all good. Because it clearly states on the written stuff on the spray thing that it takes away all the odor, everything. It's just, it smells like I don't know, different. Okay, guys. You see, I'm still on my first Katjes. I have a calculation. I bought on my last trip home like 3 or 4 kilograms. I have to check. And I eat like 3 a day of the little 3 pieces. So I always buy, I calculate to buy enough that if Mel Brooks' son, okay, for you who know, if Mel Brooks' son is right, I have 2.5 years of supply of Katjes. And that's maybe more important than the flashlight. Obviously, we could go into weapons and knives and, you know, microphones and Kindles and drones and SSDs and how you wear a t-shirt right. You know, you need to at least wash it 27 times so the logo starts wearing off. This is also important. If you're sitting there with a, not want to say the brand name because I don't like it, you know, like some fancy and really good looking stuff, that's wrong. We don't need that anymore. We already had enough of those people. And unfortunately, I met one of those people because I had a bad habit to go to a certain kind of conventions for decades, and they are now flooded with the snowflakes, and they are what they think or what they Googled they are. They are not real. They are not real. They are like NPCs. Like when you are in Red Dead Redemption, GTA, or any other cool game, they are NPCs. So you can identify them immediately just by the way they look. I'm not talking about physical looks, but like they, what they're wearing and how the body language and how they talk. It's so annoying. Should you guys think about that thousands, hundred thousands of people over hundreds of years fought and died to have certain kinds of freedom. And in 10 years or maybe 20 years, 1, 2 generations just give it all away and just are idiots who don't know anything. Stand corrected. They're really good at crying and complaining. Just have to look at them and then they feel offended. So I take that back. Tech review. We had nonsense talk. We talked about politics. I'm smoking. I'm drinking. I said some swear words. I think we are fine. We're good. So, but this time we're gonna have an ending. So thank you for watching episode 2. If you are watching or if you have watched, you know that you did something wrong. You shouldn't. You should do something better with your life, with your time. Okay? Watching this is not worth it at all. Okay? Go get laid, have some food, get a cat. Get 2 cats and let them, you know, do the thing so I can watch and film everything because I miss cat video content. There's just not enough. All right? Thank you for watching and until the episode 3.